Hey guys, TuffKoo here. So I got a couple knives I've pimped. One custom, possibly for sale, collaboration between me and Gabco, who will be here tomorrow, which is going to be sweet. So definitely be some cool videos. Hopefully a cool video tomorrow if we have time. We have a project we're going to work on, so hopefully we get that done, do a video before his lady's done shopping. Luckily there's some ritzy mall near me that she wants to go to, so that's the only time he can get up here. Bit of a leash going on there. So that's my EDC real quick. I never do any EDC updates or at all, so there's no updating. It's just pretty much one of the first ones. So I'm carrying the Medford Pretorius, or what the hell it's called. I can never remember. It's Pretorius or Prometheus or no, I'm just kidding. Yeah, I got this back from Vance, and I say, like, Vance, I don't know, you should run a service where you just kind of hold your knife for a week, because he makes shit smoother, I guess. This thing feels so much nicer. It felt nice at first for such a big knife, but I love this thing, guys. Just a freaking awesome knife. I was using the hell out of it. Went to a barbecue in my neighborhood today. This dude lives down the street, makes the most ridiculous ribs, and just, I was like having a meatgasm, like hardcore. But I was sitting there, I was like, you know, I was chopping up ice in the cooler with this thing, just like jabbing in there, just big chunks, you know. People were like, oh, we're gonna cut this, and you know, I pull out the freaking Town Killer and save the day with it. But yeah, good meat cutter here. But yeah, definitely been very useful. The last 2 days I've been using it very heavily since I got back. So then I'm carrying, of course, my SIG P938 with the custom reptilian OD green scales, which I'm loving. Still love the shit out. I'm very comfy. I gotta make another set of these in carbon fiber, actually for a buddy of mine who owns a gun shop. And basically I had to sell the Ruger, guys. I wasn't liking it. I had some problems with it. So I sold it to him tonight for a good price, actually, so I don't have to spend a lot of money to get a better, basically it's my home defense pistol, I guess. I'd rather not spend anything because, you know, he bought the gun and I'm doing a couple sets of scales for 1911s on him. So basically, you know, I'm going to get either a Glock Gen 4, a Glock 19, because I like to keep the 9mm for both my pistols so I can have, you know, the ammo is just good for both. Or 1911, a Rock Island. Apparently they're really nice, they're really good, but it's 9mm, but apparently 9mm is terrible for 1911s. I don't know all the bullshit behind it, guys, but he said either go with a 45 1911, which I know everybody says, you know, it's Glock and 1911, or you can't go wrong with either, but, you know, I got the capacity and the, you know, I'm not very good with cleaning guns type thing with the Glock, according to Gabco. But anyway, so, you know, guys, maybe some input. Please don't get in a crazy argument about Glocks and 1911s. I think that's like beating a dead horse, but for me, I want, you know, I want something for home defense. I'm not gonna be carrying it, so. Anywho, so moving on, guys, to the next, check this guy out. Black Talon. Oh, those are pretty cool looking. So, first up, we have the Medford. This is all Medford tonight. Medford and one custom. So, got too many things. Oh, you know what? Actually, fallout treatment on a Kershaw leak. Almost forgot. This is actually for the dude who's staying here, who owns the gun shop. I'm going to the gun show tomorrow with him. But he had a Kershaw leak. He's not a knife guy, which he reminds me constantly. Even though he does carry a knife, so I mean, a leak is not a bad knife at all. It's definitely a very proven knife. It's good shit. But he actually told me a funny story. We got a little drunk, you know, at the barbecue, and you know, he was telling me a story about he was on the beach and he had this, I don't know what the hell he was doing with it, but I guess he dropped it while it was open and it got like washed away or something. And, you know, him and his dad or uncle or something, they were looking for it because, you know, an open knife in the sand on the beach, not a good thing. And apparently, you know, the next day he came back, some guy was jogging down the beach and said, hey, I just found this. And he was like, holy shit, there it is. So, of course, the knife looked horrendous. I mean, it was just, I mean, caked in rust, like, everywhere. So I told him, you know, dude, don't worry about this. Just leave it here. I think he's out gambling with Anonymous right now, so he left it here and I did the fallout treatment on it. I don't think he knows what it is. He doesn't know what I do, really. He does know what I do, but he's never really seen a lot of my work or had any, so figure surprise him, hook him up with the fallout treatment on the Kershaw leak, which looks very nice. Oh, that reminds me, I have another knife that has the fallout treatment done to it today. The whole first half of my day is kind of a blur, I think. This is a Sniper Blade Works Mini LP, getting attacked by mosquitoes. See, it's a nice knife. I'm not gonna show this one for very long. It's got the Hamon on the blade there. As you can see, dude, got all the rust off. Did not know it was $10.95 when I got it. Sometimes I get knives, guys, you gotta tell me if this knife is gonna rust in the storage you bring. Like, I'm not faulting this guy at all. I mean, I should check it and make sure, but at the same time, I can't just like grab your knife and know exactly what steel it is, especially when it's a custom with nothing written on it. You know, this guy basically I just kept it in his pouch since I got it. I opened it up, looked at what it was, and put it back in the pouch and waited for when I was gonna pimp it. And unfortunately it rusted, but luckily, you know, the thumb stud comes off, so I could hand rub it. So I don't think I did a very bad job hand rubbing. All this shit was here before, but the Hamon actually stays throughout the entire thing, so the hand rub didn't affect it at all. So not full fallout treatment, but you got the fallout treatment on the handles, which isn't really far from what was originally on there, but you know, it's a little more distressed looking. It doesn't pick up much on the camera. Thumb stud has been heat colored bronze, which definitely adds a little bit to it. Nothing too crazy, but definitely a classy look. And he also wanted the Hinderer scale done, which looks really cool actually, because the way these scales are, you know, the tips of it are like kind of like again, hard to see on camera. But stonewashed and bronze, but you know, a lot of this, the worn is like on the tips of these. Never mind, you can't even see it. And that's what it looks like, but it's cut up a lot with that pattern. Looks really nice on this titanium Hinderer scale though. So dude, I'll be sending these back to you Monday, so no worries about the rust, took care of it. So next up, so I guess this is the Medford. Damn, I always forget the damn names of these things. I know it's for a bomb disposal unit, but basically, you know, you guys saw it before. It had the big chunks of D2 on the end of it, black scales, just nothing really that great, but a cool knife. So I didn't touch the blade at all because, you know, it's just a good knife like this. It's fine. It'd be too crazy with anything going on there. But I replaced it. You know, I kind of got a vision for this thing as like kind of like a rescue tool slash, like, you know, it's more of a tool. So the orange, the Hunter orange, kind of gives it that tool look to it. Less intimidating, more you know, part of a toolkit or, you know, rescue tool, like I was saying. And then the D2 basically turned into like rocks, pretty much. Just add some flair to it. So you got the rock pattern up here, and then the rock pattern on the D2 looks pretty cool, I think. Just heat anodized it a little bit, just to like a grayish color. Stonewashed it, and it just looks badass. This thing weighs a damn ton. But I think it's a good look for this knife. It's more of a tool look to it, but it's also still looks pretty kick-ass. Not hard to do this, so dude, if you want different scales right here, man, no problem just switching them out with a different set. These are simple to do, so if you want a couple different color options, let me know, dude. Very comfortable, a lot more comfortable like this, though. Definitely. Still heavy as hell, but, you know, a little bit weight going, but still got that crushing power. But definitely a cool knife. Very happy with the way that one turned out. I really like the D2 bolsters. The reverse bolsters are cool. Yeah, reverse bolsters kind of make more sense, I guess, because down at the bottom there, yeah, the blade could be heavy, or, you know, and then you just have an area, add some beef behind your skull crushing. So next up is a, I don't know the name of this one either, of course, because I forgot that as well. I had them all written down and memorized, but I will put it in the name and the description. But this thing was ugly, I think. I mean, it's a really good knife for it's a very good functioning knife, I guess you'd say, because the grip is lots of options and it's just not very nice looking. But Medford knives are very useful, I think, and they're really well made. So this one, you know, of course, acid washed. You know, bronze the thumb stud there. There's a little scratch there, guys. Don't mind that. It's going to be redone. Carbon fiber rock pattern. It's a larger rock pattern, which actually looks really nice. Heavily sandblasted. He likes a rough look to it. Just say he likes it rough, I guess. But looks nice. Weighs a hell of a lot less than it did. Well, there was aluminum scale, but it was very ugly, actually. I mean, not my thing. I mean, some people might like it, but you know, no offense to Greg Medford at all. I love his knives. Definitely, guys, I definitely recommend the shit out of these things. I mean, maybe a little bit pricey, but you definitely get what you pay for, and they are very unique. And you know, he takes pride in his work. And I don't know him personally, but I respect the shit out of these knives. I think they're cool as hell. So, one thing I do not like, and I will say I just straight up do not like, is the pocket clip on this one. Don't know where it is at the moment, but replaced it with a low ride clip I made. Kind of like a spoon style, nice and sturdy titanium clip. And then, of course, you can see the pattern. It's blue anodized with a screen blast on it. Kind of like a tactical look to it. Kind of faded in areas. I hit it harder with the blaster. Gotta give it a cool worn look to it, like a digital camo type thing going on there or something. I like it. And then I bronze the screws. Nice. It just, I like the way it whips open. Sometimes the acid wash, guys, around the pivot, you protect the pivot with the nail polish or whatever, but sometimes you put that nail polish on there unevenly, and sometimes you get a little bit of, you know, like when it opens, like some little ridges. Like, but it doesn't affect it at all. Actually, I kind of like it, but you know, just needs some wear in time sometimes. It's kind of like the Spyderco Navaja with that ratchet thing. Sometimes it gets that kind of effect, which I actually like, but I'm weird, so. But this knife actually looks really nice, I think, now. I like definitely the grip right here is by far the best. Love the DPX Hess style can opener slash wave, or bottle opener slash wave. Definitely find that to be the best wave out there. Photo. So I have carbon fiber on this guy, anodized, bronze, the standoffs, custom clip. Works very nicely. And we have the long lock bar like that. Does not over travel. I mean, you think of it, it's thin, it's thinnish, but you know, the size of that bar. I like the way he cuts his locks a lot. Definitely high quality stuff, guys. So finally, collaboration with Gavco. He dropped this one off here last time he was here to do something with it. I think it's an AB-L steel. Don't quote me on that. He told me to do what I want, you know, finish it up, sell it or whatever. So, you know, I did what I wanted. It's not sharpened. I was on the phone and it's dark and I lost my... The lights went out outside. I lost my damn headlamp, and so I basically gave it a quick sharpen job, which is terrible. It actually rolled over on one side here. So I was doing it in the dark, but I figured I was wait till tomorrow. It's good enough to show, though. So you guys might have saw this blade. It's a nice worn cliff. You can see that rolled over edge, leaving some nice... Just kind of like a sloppy, like limon type thing going on there, just like a splatter. Probably gonna be like kind of fading that out, like the one tote I did, just kind of fade. I think it'll be a better look. And you see Gavco's logo everywhere, but cut out on the scales with a miniature double diamond pattern, which looks crazy. And gold screws. This thing just looks badass. And actually, this thing is extremely comfortable in Gavco. Mike, you should definitely make a lot more of these. These are awesome. Maybe we could do some kind of collaboration with this. Maybe I do the scales on them and the finishing or something. You make the blade. I like the scales on this thing too a lot. Just like the, I'm probably gonna put my logo right here over top of his, just so he has one there and I got one there. Collaboration. So whoever wants it. It's got the Elvis style mutton chops. Those look badass. Acid wash looks good on there. It's good thickness, good like self-defense / utility. Just so comfy. Ridiculously sharp before, still pretty damn sharp though.
Plus when I held bound offspring and you're shimming off the soul of salty. Watch paper, sugar flavored flesh. Kings taste terrible at best, and rest in peace. Raw, the rest of recipes.
Love it. Alright guys, I think Gavco said I could sell this one. Or whatever, yeah, we'll sell it, split the cash so we can have a fun day tomorrow maybe if one of you guys wants it. I'm not sure what he wants for it. Maybe I'll put it down in the description. I'm probably going to talk to him after I get done this video. Probably going to call him up. Just make sure the plans are solid for tomorrow. But yeah guys, if you can help me out with the... Yeah, don't kill the comments with the whole Glock and 1911 thing, but I have a feeling I've made a mistake by even saying anything about it. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, and if you really fall in love with this collaboration, you know, feel free to give me a text or whatever. I think it's cool, and Gavco will be making a sheath tomorrow for it. Or you better. Use my Dave Matic. But, yeah, pretty sharp. Just roll it over on the one side. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Have a great night. Peace.